and he touched her in the number of strength. She unified, and he went in with 6, but came out with 7, the number of perfection. So what are you saying? Go in yourself. Go in after God. Go back to what he promised you. Go in and pray till you get it. And when you come out in perfection. You got to go back to go forward. If Jesus wouldn't have went back to the Lord, then where would we be? If he wouldn't have went down 3 times, if he wouldn't have went in the house with the 6 people in the number of man, he wouldn't have came out with the number of 7, which means perfection. He went in with 6 and came out with 7. Came out with God's perfection, God's completion. Because he went back, he recalled, he remembered. We have to go back so that we can go forward. We can't forget that in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Because if you forget that, then you're forgetting our purpose and our reason. And I know it might seem like it's easier to give up. I've been there. I know it might seem like it's easier to throw in the towel, but I don't care how many years it's been. Let me share with you our personal testimony. And when I looked at it, I literally shouted in my house. We just came out of the 6th month of the issue that me and my wife been going through. Now we're in the 7th month, my God. And it's the 3rd month of the year. And now we're about to go into the 4th month of the year. And next month will be the 8th month out of our situation. Okay, maybe you didn't hear what I said. We just left the month of man in the situation that me and my wife were in, the situation of not having finances, the situation of not being able to meet what we need to be met, not being able to pay rent at home or at church. We are out of the 6th month, and in in March, we're in the 7th month right now. But not only am I in the 7th month of my situation, I'm in the 3rd month of the year, which means that God's perfection, remember what number 3 meant? God's divine purpose is about to happen in our lives. Then we're about to approach on the 4th month of the year, which means there's a door. There's a door that's about to open for us in the 4th month of the year. And if you don't believe me, that door will lead to grace the 5th month of the year. But not only are we going into the 4th month of the year, but we're going to go into the 8th month in April, which means new beginnings. And not only is my wife naturally birthing out a baby in April, but I believe that we're going to spiritually birth out the blessings, the governmental right to have the right to the tree of life, to have everything God has promised. I believe that we're about to birth it out in this month, in this season. If you believe it for yourself, stand on your feet and bless him. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what it appears to be. You better go back And you better count the months and you see what month you're in your situation. If it's been 1 year, then that means something's about to break, because that's God's governmental perfection. If it's been 3 months, that means it's perfect in God's sight. If it's been 4 months, you at a door, baby. You at a door. If it's 6, that means God's about to use everything inside of you. Everything that is in you, he's about to use to bless you. If it's the 7th month, that means it's over, because 7 means completion. 7 means it's finished. So I'm in my 7th month. So excuse me while I bless God for my completion. Excuse me while I thank God for being complete. Excuse me while I lift him up, because it's over. Woo. It's over. You got to go back to go forward. A lot of times we think when we say go back, we're talking about your past. No. I'm talking about going back to the beginning, going back to the Alpha and Omega, going back to when you were on fire for God, before the enemy knew just how important you really were when you first got saved. How many remember way back when we first got saved and we didn't know all about demons and problems? We didn't know half of the things we know now, but we were on fire more so than some of us are now. But see, the more that I know, the more I begin to get on fire for God. But see, it's the opposite for some of us. The more we know, the less we grow. But Channel 3 has this thing that says the more you know, the more you grow. And I believe that we are growing in this season. I came by to encourage you. It might seem like it's been a long time. It might appear like it just popped up on you. See, what I like about the stories is the woman suffered for 12 years. The girl lived for 12 years. It might seem like for 12 years everything was peachy keen. Everything was hunky-dory. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, you got attacked. Or it could seem like for the past 12 years, you've been going through hell. You've been going through, just depression, or you've just never been able to get ahead. It could be that you've gone through for the past 12 days. It could be that you've gone through for the past 12 months. I don't care what it is, but if it's in your 12th season, God is about to break forth and change it. God is about to come through. It might be your 4th season of this thing. That means you're at a door. When I read the story, it literally hit me. And I said, my God, we're at a season that no matter what the law states, no matter what the natural law might state, God's governmental authority trumps it. Straight tops it. I don't care if you only make $500 and your annual bills for the month is $1,200. God's gonna make a way. I don't care if your bills are $2 and you only get 50 cents. God is gonna make a way, because God's governmental authority trumps over anything that is in the natural. If God said it, I believe it, and that settles it. I know that it might seem easier said than done, but just remember Jairus and the woman with the issue of blood. See, she didn't wait her turn. She didn't just wait the moment, but once she got that flashback and she remembered that there was a man from Galilee, there was a man that came to set her free, there was a man that came to deliver, there was a man that healed the sick, there was a man that raised the dead, there was a man that caused the blind to see and the dumb to talk and the deaf to hear. When she remembered it, I believe she got up and then she went running, and even though she she was out of the authority of man. She was in the authority of God. And so I believe that she was just waiting for God to pass by. She was just waiting. She was just holding on. She wasn't thinking about left or right. She wasn't thinking about up or down. She was just waiting. She was just waiting. And when the crowd came, she reached out. And then in the story of Jairus, he went in with 6 and came out with 7. But the problem is that we don't know what 6, what 5 we need to be going in with. We got the wrong people in our circle. We have the wrong people with us. We have the wrong focus. There was people, they were